We go. This is Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and more with our Hall of Fame biography, episode 287, Duke Snider, and our trivia for our Thursday Hall of Fame biography episode. Hopefully everybody's having a good start to your day. God is great. Hello, Don. How you doing, Titus? Get you in here. God is great. The 2+. Got you in here, Titus. Got everybody in here so far. I had Big Ray in earlier when I had it inadvertently scheduled for 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's supposed to be 2. My fault on that one. But then it ended up, had to take my wife to a doctor's appointment this morning, and we got home late. What happened to 4 today, Don? That was an error on my part. That was an error on my part. It was supposed to be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I was looking on my phone. We were at my wife's doctor's appointment. I'm like, why does it say 1 o'clock? I don't know if I could make it back in time for 1 o'clock. So just got back a little bit ago from my wife's doctor's appointment, and she's got another one tomorrow. This one was scheduled a while ago. It's just she has to have a blood check for her Protyme, for her blood thinner medication that she takes. So other than that, we are doing well now. Okay, so I've got Big Ray, I've got God is Great, I've got Space Case, and I've got Dragon Fan Tim already logged in. Don was being ordered around by the master of the house, the wife. That's right, Ken. You know how that works. Titus. Okay, so let me get in at 2:05. We'll end the early birds. And while we are waiting, Timothy, Casey, Titus. Timothy, who's Timothy? Is that Space Case? Is that Timothy? Okay, so let me give you an update real quick. We are at 458 entries as of yesterday, so we're getting close. I don't think we'll make the 1,000 before the end of August, but it will definitely most likely be a September giveaway. But we do have 4 prizes on the Wheel of Names for September so far. Let me set that off to the side here real quick. And we do have 458. I keep forgetting 2 different ways I'm doing this. 458 entries here so far. And let's see, we've got a Sensei Domino. I see Sensei Domino's popped in here. Sensei. SEI. $15 with a 2+. Okay. So yeah, I've got Big Ray, Dragon Fan Tim, God is Great, Sensei Domino, and Space Case cards. Did I miss anybody that I didn't get earlier? I'm pretty sure I got everybody now. Dragon Fan, Big Ray, Space Case, Space Case, Space Case, God is Great, God is Great, God is Great, Big Ray's ball cards, God is great. Big Ray, God is great. Sensei Domino, Big Ray. Blah, blah, blah. I think I've got everybody. And we've got less than a minute to go. Then we will get into our trivia for today. Today's trivia will be 5 choices, 1 correct answer, and it'll be worth 5 points for whoever gets it correct first. And I'm going to move things right along today so we don't get kicked off today. One of the reasons I think I discovered is the reason why I'm having interruptions and lower speed internet. They're in the midst of putting fiber optics into our neighborhood. For the life of me, and I guess in 2000, fiber optics weren't a thing here yet. But now everybody wants fiber optics. So they're putting fiber optics underground in our neighborhood here. So they say once that's all completed and they make the switch over to the fiber optics, we should have a much better internet in our neighborhood. So that's one thing that's really nice there. So, and we are over here, aren't we? So I'm going to end the early birds at 2:06. That's what I get for rambling, I guess. But that'll be the celebration when we get fiber optics installed. That's what's going to be really nice. I can't wait. Can't wait for the fiber optics, that's for sure. Thank you. Yeah, fiber optics will be the way to go, I think. All right. So we've got everybody. Optic, no S. Optic nose? What's optic nose? Oh, that's what they do in new neighborhoods. Yeah, well, our neighborhood was new when we moved in here in 2000. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, my wife's on the windows in the back, and I was hearing her knocking on the glass door. She was knocking on the glass door, and I was like, "What is that?" All right, so we are back. Fiber optic, not optics. Yeah, fiber optics. Yeah, optic nose. Internet is going to plant into plant a chip into our brain soon, right? Yeah, that way we'll get everything we need to know up in our brain. We won't have to worry about remembering anything, right? Because we'll know everything. We'll search our brain and say, Google, how many times did I just blink my eyes? 7. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure you had it right. All right, so we are going to get into the trivia now. All right, without further ado and without more interruptions, hopefully. All right, so for today, Thursday, August the 22nd, the baseball birthdays for today are Carl Yastrzemski, Paul Molitor, Ned Hanlon, and Urban Shocker. Okay, our trivia question for today is, which was the only year when the score of the All-Star game was 1-0? Was it A, 1937? Was it B, 1961? Was it C, 1967? Was it D, 1968, or was it E, 2010? Start your guessing now. Okay. Boom. Space Case Cards got it right with D. Space Case Cards, you got the trivia for today for 5 points. Way to go, Space Case. Okay. So there is our answer, which was the only year when the score of the All-Star was 1-0, 1968. Okay. So it says, it's fitting that the game occurred in 1968, the year of the pitcher. The starters were Don Drysdale. Big Ray was first. Well, I got to go by my computer, and it says, oh yeah, sorry, I did miss it. Big Ray. I have Chuck there, and then I have, yeah, it was. Sorry, there. Space Case, it was Big Ray. It was Big Ray. Tell you what, did anyone else guess the Space Case, Big Ray? Yep, Big Ray. Big Ray did get it. Sorry about that, Space Case. And thank you, Big Ray. I missed it. It was hidden. I didn't notice it because it was big as they right under Chuck Nasty Sports saying Big Ray with a fist bump. Big Ray's ball cards chimed in. Then it was Dragon Fan Tim, and then it was Space Case. So I did miss that uppercase D, and I recognized the lowercase d. Sorry about that. But it's fitting that the game occurred in 1968, the year of the pitcher. The starters were Don Drysdale and Luis Tiant. Willie Mays scored the game's only run when Willie McCovey grounded into a double play in the bottom of the first. The run was unearned since an attempted pickoff of Mays at first was dropped by Harmon Killebrew, allowing Mays to reach second. The American League had 3 hits, all doubles, and Mays was awarded the MVP. There you go. That's the answer. And yes, it was Big Ray over Space Case. He did get it right first. So sorry about that, Space Case. Huh? Me on my screen. Well, let's see. It shows Big Ray at 209, and Dragon Fan with his wrong answer at 209, and Space Case at 209. But I have to go by my sheet, my computer. And my computer, both my computers, when I look on them, both had the same thing. Big Ray was first. And then Space Case was actually second, and that's weird how 2 different computers it shows. Well, I got to go with the computer I'm streaming from, which is my iMac, the one that's looking right in front of me. That's the one I had to go by. And it shows a uppercase D, a lowercase d, and a V. It actually shows Dragon Fan Tim third with the wrong answer, though. But on my PC, which is a delay than my regular PC, that's probably has something to do with it, especially from when you guys look. You guys have been on Ethan's stream all the time, and people always argue with him too. I was first. I was first. Just like Ethan says in his streams too. I have to go by what I see on my computer or my device that I'm streaming from and go with that answer. Right? Can't win them all. That's right, Space Case. But thanks for trying. Appreciate it. That's for sure. So we are going to do, we did, as I get ready to switch over, I'm going to read Duke Snider's uh, Hall of Fame biography postcard. Edwin Donald was Los Angeles in the He hit 407 career home runs and tied the National League record with 40 or more round trips 5 years in a row to 1957 and batted 300 or better 7 times, compiling a 295 lifetime average. we go. Do we got sound now? Do we have sound? Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Yes, it looks like it says I have sound now. Okay, we are good to go now. Wanted to make sure. Don't want to go through the whole biography and not being able to hear things. There we go. Edwin Donald Duke Snider was born September 19th, 1926, and passed away on February 27th, 2011, nicknamed the Silver Fox and the Duke of Flatbush. Was an American professional baseball player, primarily a center fielder. He spent most of his Major League Baseball career playing for the Brooklyn Los Angeles Dodgers, 1947 to 1962, later playing one season each for the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants in 1964. The Mets in 1963. Snider was named to the National League All-Star roster 8 times and was the National League Most Valuable Player, runner-up in 1955. In his 16 seasons with the Dodgers, he helped lead the team to 6 World Series victories, with victories in 1955 and 1959. That was pretty good. My wife was born in 1955, and I was born in 1958. So 1 year later, after I was born, he got his 2 victories. He was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1980. As far as early life, born in Los Angeles, Snider was nicknamed Duke by his father at age 5 as a result of a self-confident swagger that caused his parents to say he carried himself like royalty. Growing up in Southern California, Snider was gifted all-around athlete, playing basketball, football, and baseball at Compton High School. The class of 1944, he was a strong-armed quarterback who reportedly could throw the football 70 yards. As far as the minor leagues, spotted by one of Branch Rickey's scouts in the early 1940s, he was signed to a baseball contract out of high school in 1943. He played briefly for the Montreal Royals of the International League in 1944, batting twice, and for the Newport News Dodgers, the Piedmont League, in the same year, after serving in the U.S. Navy in 1945 and part of 1946. He came back to play for the Fort Worth Cats that year and also for St. Paul in 1947. As far as the boys of summer, Snider earned a tryout with the Brooklyn Dodgers during their spring training in 1947. He got his first major league at-bat in the second Dodgers game of the 1947 season on April 17th and hit a single. He played in 39 more games that season and became a friend of Jackie Robinson before he was sent to the St. Paul team in early July. Snider returned to the Dodgers at the end of the season in time for the World Series against the New York Yankees. Snider, after spring training with the Dodgers, started the 1948 season with Montreal, and after hitting well in that leg with a .327 batting average, he was called up to Brooklyn in August and played in 53 games. In 1949, Snider became a regular major leaguer, hitting 23 home runs with 92 runs batted in, helping the Dodgers into the World Series. Snider also saw his average climb from .244 to .299. A more mature Snider became the trigger man in a power-laden lineup which boasted players Joe Black, Roy Campanella, Billy Cox, Carl Erskine, Carl Furillo, Gil Hodges, Clem Labine, Pee Wee Reese, Jackie Robinson, and Preacher Rowe. Often compared with 2 other New York center fielders, fellow Baseball Hall of Famers, Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays, he was the reigning Duke of Flatbush. In 1950, he hit .321 and led the National League with 999 base hits and 343 total bases, earning his first All-Star Game appearance when his average slipped to .277 in 1951. In a season when the Dodgers lost 13-game August instead and finished second to the Giants after Bobby Thompson. Shot heard around the world. Snider was roundly criticized in the newspapers, and Snider recalls, I went to Walter O'Malley and told him I couldn't take the pressure, and I told him I'd just as soon be traded. I told him I figured I could do the Dodgers no good. The trade did not happen. Usually batting third in the lineup, Snider established impressive numbers. He hit 40 or more home runs in 5 consecutive seasons, in 1953 to 1957, and between 1953 and 1956 he averaged 42 home runs, 124 RBIs, 123 runs, and a 320 batting average. He led the National League in runs scored, home runs, and RBIs in separate seasons. He appeared in 6 postseasons with the Dodgers, 1949, 1952, and 1953, and 1955 to 1956 and 1959, facing the New York Yankees in the first 5 and the Chicago White Sox in the last. The Dodgers won the World Series in 1955 and 59. Snider's career numbers declined when the team moved to Los Angeles in 1958, coupled with an aching knee and a 440-foot right field fence at the cavernous Coliseum. Snider hit only 15 home runs in 1958. However, he had one last hurrah in 1959 as he helped the Dodgers win their first World Series in Los Angeles. Duke rebounded that year to hit .308 with 23 home runs and 88 RBIs and 370 at-bats while sharing fielding duties in right center field with Don Demeter and rookie Ron Fairley. Injuries and age would eventually play a role in reducing Snider to part-time status by 1961. 1962, when the Dodgers led the National League for most of the season, only to find themselves tied with the hated Giants at season's end, it was Snider and third base coach Leo DeRocha who reportedly pleaded with manager Walter Alston to bring in future Hall of Fame pitcher and Cy Young Award winner that year, Don Drysdale. In the 9th inning of the third and deciding playoff game, instead, Alston brought in Stan Williams to relieve tiring Eddie Roebuck, and a 4-2 lead turned into a 6-4 loss as the Giants rallied to win the pennant. Snider was subsequently sold to the New York Mets. And it is said that Drysdale, his roommate, broke down and cried when he got the news of Snider's departure. Oh, good now. Okay. Final years. When Snider joined the Mets, he discovered that his familiar number 4 was being worn by Charlie Neal. Snider wore number 11 during the first half of the season, then switched back to 4 after Neal was traded. He proved to be a sentimental favorite among former Dodger fans who now rooted for the Mets. On April 6, 1963, Snider recorded his 2000th hit, doing so at Crossley Field against the Cincinnati Reds in a single off Jim Maloney in the second inning. On June 14th, he recorded his 400th home run, once again, the Reds doing so in their first inning off Bob Perky. He was named to the All-Star game in Cleveland, his 8th and final selection. He entered the game as a pitcher hitter for Tommy Davis in the top of the 9th inning, facing Dick Randetz. He struck out looking. For the season with the Mets, he appeared in 129 games while batting a slash line of .243, .345, .401 with 14 home runs, 45 RBIs, 45 walks, and 56 strikeouts after one season. Snider asked to be traded to a contending team. Snider was sold to the San Francisco Giants on opening day 1964, knowing that he had no chance of wearing number 4, which had been worn by Mel Ott, and retired by the Giants. Snider took number 28 in 91 games played with the Giants. He batted a line of .210, .302, .323, while having 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. He had no triples for the first and only time in his career. He had 40 strikeouts and 22 walks. He appeared in 3 different positions for the Giants, playing 26 games in right field and 18 in left field for a combined total of 288 and a third and 2/3 innings. He made 44 putouts, 2 assists, and 1 error for a .979 fielding percentage. He retired at the end of that season. He finished his major league career with a lifetime .295 batting average, 2,116 hits, 1,259 runs, 407 home runs, and a 1,333 RBIs. Defensively, he posted a .985 fielding percentage, playing at all 3 outfield positions. Okay, and do me a favor, I'm going to have to put you on pause for another second here. I'll be right back. Where is my little note that I used to put down here? I'll be right back. Can't remember if it's in here or not. Let me see. I used to have a little note I could put there, and I got to get a fancy little sign saying, I'll be right back. Nope, I thought I had it in here. Probably hidden somewhere in a box or something. That's a mystery box. Or a mystery box day when we do one. But I thought I had it here. I'll be right back. I got to go grab my water to wet my whistle here. Into September. Okay. He's almost done with cleaning our back windows. Okay. I am refreshed now. 1955 MVP balloting controversy. Snider finished second to teammate Roy Campanella in the 1955 Most Valuable Player balloting conducted by the Baseball Writers Association of America. He trailed Campanella by just 5 points, 226 to 221, with each man receiving 8 first-place votes. A widely believed story summarized in an article by columnist Tracy Ringlesby holds that a hospitalized writer from Philadelphia had turned in a ballot with Campanella listed as his first place and fifth place vote. It was assumed that the writer had meant to write Snider's name into one of those slots. Unable to get clarification from the ill writer, the BBWAA considered disallowing the ballot, but decided to accept it, counting the first place vote for Campanella and counting the fifth place vote as though it were left blank. Had the ballot been disallowed, the vote would have been won by Snider, 221 to 212. Had Snider gotten that now blank fifth place vote, the final vote would have favored Snider, 227 to 226. Sports writer Joe Posnanski, however, has suggested that this story is not entirely true. Posnanski writes that there was a writer who did leave Snider off his ballot and write in Campanella's name, twice, but it was the first and sixth positions, not the first and fifth. Had Snider received the sixth place vote, the final tally would have created a tie, not a win for Snider. Additionally, the position wasn't discarded. Everyone lower on the ballot was moved up a spot, and pitcher Jack Meyer was inserted at the bottom with a 10th place vote. Snider did win the Sporting News National League Player of the Year award for 1955, and Sid Mercer Award, emblematic of his selection by the New York branch of the BBWAA as the National League's best player of 1955. Later in life, following his retirement from baseball, Snider became a popular and respected TV radio analyst and play-by-play announcer for the San Diego Padres from 1969 to 1971, and for the Montreal Expos from 1973 to 1986. He was characterized by a mellow, low-key style. Snider occasionally took acting roles, sometimes appearing in television or films as himself or as a professional baseball player. He played himself in Hero Father, 1956, in the Robert Young television series Father Knows Best. Made one guest appearance on the Chuck Connors television series The Rifleman, and played Wallace in The Retired Gun, 1959. Other appearances include an uncredited part as a Los Angeles Dodgers center fielder in The Geisha Boy in 1958, the Cranker in The Trouble with the Girls in 1969, a steamer fan in Palestine, 1990, and as recently as 2007, he was featured in the Brooklyn Dodgers' Ghosts of Flatbush. In 1995, Snider and Willie McCovey pleaded guilty to federal tax charges after they had failed to report income from sports card shows and memorabilia sales. Snider admitted to intentionally failing to report $100,000 of income between 1984 and 1993, and said he did it because he needed the money after failed investments depleted his savings. Snider paid $30,000 in back taxes and a $5,000 fine, and was sentenced to 2 years of probation. McCovey also paid a fine and was sentenced to probation. In 2017, President Barack Obama issued pardons for Snider and McCovey. Snider was featured along with Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays in the 1981 song Talkin' Baseball by Terry Cashman. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1980. That same year, in a ceremony at Dodger Stadium, Snider's jersey number 4 was retired by the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 1999, the Sporting News placed Snider at number 83 on their list of 100 greatest players, and he was a nominee for the Major League Baseball All-Century team. Snider married Beverly Null in 1947, and they had 4 children. Snider died on February 27, 2011, at the age of 84 of an undisclosed illness at the Bella Vista Convalescent Hospital in Escondido, California. He was the last living Brooklyn Dodger who was on the field for the final out of the 1955 World Series. Then in 2013, the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award honored Snider as one of 37 Baseball Hall of Fame members for his service in the United States Navy during World War II. As far as some of his MLB highlights, he was a National League All-Star in 1950 through 56 and 1963, a National League MVP runner-up in 1955, a National League home run leader in 1956, a National League RBI leader in 1955, National League leader in fielding average as a center fielder in 51, 52, and 55, World Series champion team 55 and 59, Los Angeles Dodgers career leader in home runs with 389, runs batted in 1,271, strikeouts 1,123, and extra base hits with 814. Los Angeles Dodgers single-season record holder for most intentional walks, 26 in 1956. Only player to hit 4 home runs or more in 2 different World Series in 1952 and 1955. One of 2 players besides Gil Hodges with over 1,000 RBIs during the 1950s. Led the Major League Baseball in RBIs for the decade of the 1950s with 1,031 and hit 19 home runs off Robin Roberts, the all-time record for most home runs off of a single pitcher. So there you have it, Duke Snider's Hall of Fame biography. Now we'll go over his Hall of Fame induction stats. Again, he was a center fielder, born September 19, 1926 in Los Angeles, California, died February 27, 2011 at the age of 84 in Escondido, California. He batted left through right. His MLB debut April 17, 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Last MLB appearance October 3rd, 1964 for the San Francisco Giants. His MLB statistics, he had a .295 batting average, 2,116 hits, 407 home runs, and 1,333 runs batted in. He played again with the Brooklyn/Los Angeles Dodgers, 1947 to 62, the New York Mets, 1963, and the San Francisco Giants in 1964. His career highlights and awards: 8 times All-Star, 1950 to 56 and 1963, 2 times World Series champion, 1955 and 59, National League home run leader, 1956, National RBI leader, 1955, and Los Angeles Dodgers, Number 4 was retired. He's a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 1980 with 86.5% of the ballots on his 11th ballot of trying to get inducted. So there you have it, Duke Snider's Hall of Fame biography. Next on, we will get into going through the rest of the cards here. So you've been seeing these 9 for a while there. That's an all-time greats. This is a Edwin Donald Snider, kind of from his Hall of Fame induction. This is not an original, but this is a reprint from the Topps 1952 series. Okay, then we have the Duke Snider here with the Dodgers in a 2005 Topps with a vintage logo on it. All right, this is also another Cooperstown. I think these were probably 3 different years here for these Cooperstown cards. We've got the Gypsy Queen Mini here, foil. We got the Duke Snider here. This one is kind of similar to one of the others, but this is the 1953 series that never was. And then this, that's Panini? Donruss. That's the Donruss Champions set there. Then the last couple cards I got here are an all-time 1955 MLB All-Star Game insert. Duke Snider here, Bowman, or Boston, or Brooklyn Dodgers. Topps logo. This old one here is Baseball Legend set. And then this here is a ceramic card. So this one is, can you hear me tapping it? Because that's a ceramic card. It's not a regular card. And it does have the information on the back here. They are serialized. So this is a short print ceramic run on those. That pretty much catches me up to date here. If we have any more that we can fit in here, I might be able to fit in another player or 2 in this binder. This one starts out in the very front with Nolan Ryan. Well, we did Nolan Ryan about a month or so ago. We're almost getting through the S's. So tomorrow, for Friday, along with our Hall of Fame Friday, we will have William Harold Southworth. Okay, we'll be doing him tomorrow. And then we will be doing the Friday and weekend trivia. Let me look at that real quick here. Yeah. Each one will be worth 5 points tomorrow. We'll be doing 2 trivias and a Fairfield Friday. Get down to my last 3 Fairfields here. All right. So let me get ready. We'll do our 2-minute warning here. All right. All right. 245, we'll get that in there. 247, we'll end it. And we'll see who we've got. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Here. Big Ray says he's here. All right. I got your 2 entries there, Big Ray. I will. Oh, then I got to end at 247. All right. Who else do we got here? Just Big Ray's the only one here at the end. God is great's in the house. You'll get the 2 plus. Big Ray's here. I already got Big Ray. And God is great. Big Ray and God is great. Okay. Almost there. I got 2 people for the end of stream. Right? And we do have 247. Going once. Going twice. Going to end the early birds. Or the end of stream. All right. Let me get this one in here. And then we've got everybody covered here. All right. I will log those in, get them on the wheel, and we'll probably still be under 500 because it looks like we got what? 4, 8, 12, 16, 25, 58, 68, 78, 83. Looks like we have roughly 483 entries. So let me switch the camera around, get ready to say my goodbye, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Harold or Billy Southworth. Billy Southworth. Okay. Probably a less known Hall of Famer. I don't believe I have any cards for him. Nope. So he's a lesser known, except for maybe if you're a vintage collector and probably have some Southworth cards. Southworth cards. It looks like he played in through 1946. No, the 1951 when he played with Boston. St. Louis and Boston. Looks like the 2 teams he played for. So this has been Down Long Ball Hall of Fame Veteran Sports Cards and More with Hall of Fame Biography 287 Duke Snider and our trivia. We will see you tomorrow. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Don, did you see John Jabs' 1993 break the other night? He pulled 8 Jeter rookies and 2 gold. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right. So I'm waiting on a package that I got incoming. If it comes in for tomorrow's stream, I may open that one. And it's gonna be, I believe it's, if I remember, my friend in Florida that's sending it to me. As far as I can recollect, it's a 2000 traded and rookie hobby box. It's a 2000 Topps traded and rookie box which we're hoping we can find in that one when I open it, a Miguel Cabrera, a Miggy rookie card. That would be awesome to find a Miggy rookie card. Because those on average, especially if you send it in and have it graded, can be worth at least $200 or more. The Topps, 2000 Topps, Traded and Rookies Hobby Box. I'm looking forward to that one. Hopefully it comes in tomorrow. No. Ichiro's rookie year is 2001. I wish it was. I wish Ichiro was in there. I think the only Hall of Famer and other Hall of Famer in that set currently, I believe, is a Japanese player that's only in the Japanese Hall of Fame, not Ichiro. It's a different player, but he's in that box also. But I don't consider the Japanese Hall of Famers in our National Baseball Hall of Fame until they played in America and got elected. And right now, Ichiro is going to be the first Japanese player. I don't believe Pujols was 2000, but I could be wrong. I don't believe so. But y'all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. It's been fun. It's been real, and we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully that box will come in and we can have fun opening that, because tomorrow's biography should be a short one. All right? So until then, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you around the channels. Oh, I am doing a Whatnot sale at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you do want to check it out, I think I'll be doing some Marvel and DC comic cards and stuff on that nature, and some Wildstorm art cards. But and if that doesn't go too good, I might switch over and do my pull up my my cards for my 61, which is about half current fan favorites and older fan favorites. So one way or the other, I'll try and sell some cards tonight on Whatnot. So you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. for our Hall of Fame biography episode for our closing Friday for the week. Bye for now. Take care.